Hello, the good people of Shepherd the Lake. I wanted to thank those who turned out yesterday for our viewing in our sanctuary of the Bishop's commemorative Martin Luther King Jr. Weekend service. Thank you to the Bishop for his leadership and for all who involved in that service. It was uplifting for all of us, I know, and I know for the rest of those who were able to attend and watch online, so thank you. On this weekend, I often think of a document called Letter from a Birmingham Jail, which was a document written by Martin Luther King Jr. And in it in particular, there's one passage where he talks about the frustration he has with the moderate. He talks in that paragraph about how the white moderate in his context was more of a stumbling block than even the people who outright rejected what he had to say, because as if they agreed in principle with him, but didn't want to take that extra step to supporting him. And he calls out, that situation as being unfair, unjust. It is the case that sometimes if a situation isn't hurting us personally, or if it's benefiting us personally, that we can say, oh, let's leave well enough alone, let's leave things the way they are, let's not cause a fuss. But what Dr. King points out, and I think what's pointed out in scriptures, is we should be able to, willing to, as Christians, willing to upset the apple cart for the good of the other. To say that this isn't hurting me, this might even be benefiting me, but I'm willing to sacrifice and say, for the good of all involved, let's change this system in ways that acknowledge that everyone involved as a child of God deserves equal and fair and just treatment. So, wonderful point made by Dr. King. And on another level, that passage, you can take it as a purely spiritual meaning. He uses the term in that passage that there can be a negative peace, which means a peace that comes from not challenging what is wrong with something. I think of it as the peace of having given up. When you give up a struggle, there's a peace that follows, but it's not a wholesome peace. It's not a life-giving peace, because it comes from having given up the struggle that you're supposed to be involved in, and that is the struggle against the brokenness we find in ourselves, the brokenness we find in our communities and our world. So, peace is good, but the good peace is that which comes after having overcome those things in the struggle against those things, in the struggle against brokenness, not in having given up and accepted it as just a part of the way we are or the world is. So, good words from Dr. King. Happy day to you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you either at Bible study at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, where we're going to continue to talk about the differences and similarities between the four Gospels, or we'll see you in worship on Sunday. God bless.